My son name was Eric Garner.
Trayvon Martin.
My son's name is Oscar Grant. He was killed January 1st, 2009.
Michael Brown is my son.
Well, I spent Sunday in Irvington at the Christian Love Baptist Church, where I sat down for exclusive television interviews with the mothers of Eric Garner, Trayvon Martin, Michael Brown, and Oscar Grant. The occasion for the gathering, the one-year anniversary of the death of Eric Garner, which occurred on July 17th, 2014. Eric Garner's mother, she's a member of that church.
That day is indescribable. I can't even describe how I felt. My heart was ripped out. It's like a nightmare, a reoccurring nightmare. But it's worse than a nightmare because I never wake up.
While each mother's story is different, they said they feel a sense of solidarity and connection to one another.
You know, we just have a special connection, and I just truly believe that even the death of my son won't separate me from the love of my son.
What we have in common is that we all lost our children, you know, senselessly.
I feel inspired when I'm around them because they've been through what I'm going through.
Now, in the case of Oscar Grant, there was a guilty verdict. However, with Trayvon Martin's shooter, there was a charge and then eventual acquittal. And in the cases of Michael Brown and Eric Garner, there were no indictments. I asked those mothers, what would they say to people who agree with those rulings?
My son did not murder anybody. He did not follow and chase and pursue anyone. Someone did that to him. And so I think it's just unfair, to say the least.
I don't see how they could agree. It was wrong. My son was not armed.
With my son begging for his life, to me that's probable cause. And I don't know what they were looking at. The rest of the world was looking at the video I was looking at. I don't understand what the grand jury was looking at.
Let us not let these young men's lives be lost in vain.
Do they see that there's been a negative, at least in my opinion, that has come out of their deaths, whereas we're not focused on a real problem in terms of what's happening out there with black people killing each other in their neighborhoods? Do they feel any sense of that?
You know, they focused on their individual cases. I will say Trayvon Martin's mom, she did speak to a bigger issue about race in America. And Eric Garner's mother, she said that this club is closed and that there's no room for any more mothers here and that they hope to spread a positive message as a group.
Trayvon Martin, and the reason that he was acquitted was because he attacked George Zimmerman, because what came out, the facts came out, the evidence came out. Same thing with Michael Brown. So, like, Michael Brown might be alive today if he had not robbed that convenience store before he was
Zimmerman
killed.
didn't have
that
any
doesn't
business
excuse police
patrolling
action.
the neighborhood armed.
I still believe that.
But guys, I guess that was my other point. Like, they're painting with a broad brush, because I would say that Darren Wilson, the reason they didn't charge him is because he had the right. He had the right to shoot Michael Brown because he was being attacked.